Most gardeners work a 30-foot row of potatoes from spring until late summer, digging through compacted soil and fighting weeds, only to pull about 40 pounds of food at harvest. It is a massive expenditure of horizontal real estate and physical labor for a relatively small return. For families feeding 8, 10, or 12 people around a single table, wasting a square foot of soil was not an option. Every single inch had to produce. When you have that many mouths to feed in finite land, spreading crops out in a long horizontal line is a luxury. Therefore, the harvest must be forced upward. In Holmes County, Ohio, among one of the largest Amish populations in the country, growers bypass the traditional row entirely. Next to their barns, they use simple wire cylinders, 2 feet across and 3 feet tall, lined with straw and filled with compost. The entire footprint takes up less ground space than a standard welcome mat. Yet, that single 4-square-foot tower can produce up to 100 pounds of potatoes, heavily outproducing a 30-foot field row. This is a tested survival strategy, engineered over generations by exploiting a very specific biological quirk of the potato plant. When a potato stem is buried underground in darkness, the plant reacts immediately to survive. That buried section pushes out lateral shoots called stolons. Over time, the tips of those stolons swell into tubers, the potatoes themselves. In a standard garden bed, the dirt is mounded up around the base once or twice. The plant quickly runs out of buried stem, meaning it runs out of space to build more stolons. The harvest hits a firm ceiling. The vertical tower removes that ceiling by forcing the plant to grow straight up and continually burying the stem in new layers of soil. The plant generates an endless vertical column of stolons. The vertical tower is a biological engine designed to push the plant's natural reproductive response to its absolute limit. If you build this structure and plant the wrong seed, the entire system fails. Determinate varieties, like Yukon Gold, are genetically programmed to set all their tubers in a single layer near the base. You can stack soil 3 feet high, and the plant will simply ignore it. It sets its crop once and stops. This structure requires indeterminate varieties, like Russet Burbank or German Butterball. These keep pushing out new stolons as long as the stem continues to climb and get buried. You cannot use potatoes from a grocery store. Commercial stock is coated in a chemical sprout inhibitor that shuts down germination before it ever begins. Instead, you must use certified seed potatoes. The mechanics of the tower work exclusively when the genetics of the plant are wired to climb. The setup starts on bare ground. A wire mesh ring lined with straw holds a 6-inch mix of compost and straw. 4 or 5 seed pieces sit on that layer, covered by another few inches of soil. The cycle begins when green shoots push through. Every time the plant reaches 8 to 10 inches tall, another 4 to 6 inches of compost goes in, burying the majority of the stem and leaving only the top leaves exposed. As the tower builds, it develops a critical vulnerability. The wire walls expose the soil to the air on all sides. Without the surrounding earth of a garden bed to buffer it, the cylinder dries out rapidly. You have to push a finger 3 inches into the mix. If it is dry, it requires a heavy soak. Plants forced through cycles of drought and flooding produce misshapen, severely stunted potatoes. The burial cycle repeats until the plant finally flowers. That bloom is the biological signal that stem growth is finished. Up to that exact moment, the grower has to maintain total control over the environment, relentless hilling, and constant moisture to keep the engine running. A few weeks after flowering, the green vines at the top of the tower will begin to yellow and collapse. The plant is intentionally shutting down its foliage to pump every ounce of remaining energy directly into the hidden tubers. When the vines are completely dead, the harvest requires no shovels. You simply clip the wire ties, and the entire 3-foot structure of straw and compost falls apart. Clean, fully formed potatoes are found sitting right where the plant generated them, spilling out from every single layer of the column, from the ground up. Holding back and letting the plant die naturally is what guarantees those months of careful, layered effort translate into a massive, concentrated harvest. While an experienced grower running this exact protocol can hit the 100-pound mark, a first-timer will reliably pull 40 to 60 pounds from a single cylinder. That is a staggering return, pulling the yield of a sprawling horizontal field out of a hyper-dense vertical footprint. The Amish in Holmes County needed a way to feed their families without burning valuable acreage, and they paid close attention to how the plant naturally behaved in the soil. Producing abundant food relies on recognizing the rules of biology and applying the quiet, patient methods that have worked for generations.